this is Brett. Back with another little video. Been doing some digging. This is going to be my roll of fall tomatoes. Why I need more tomatoes, I'm still not sure, but I'm going to plant some, they're Jet Star, Jet Setter. I planted what I had left of the seeds of both of them and put them in the same propagation tray, and I don't know which is which because they're too much alike anyway. I always just mix them. They're both hybrids, they're both basically the same thing, same time. So I don't think it hurt anything. Hadn't in the last few years anyway. But I was going to show you my trench. I made mention the other day about planting tomatoes and getting them to live in hot weather. They're looking rough, but I've still got tomatoes growing. I've still got majority of the ones I planted. There's a few died, there's a few that's got down to nothing. But it's been miserable up to the last few days now. The last few days it's been raining, it's been cooler. We've been in the upper 80s and mid 90s. I think we actually hit 68 last night for a low. We hadn't done that in quite a while. But there's a big front moving in, there's a storm coming. Reason I'm trying to get this done, it's going to rain for 2 days, supposedly. I figured that would seed them better than anything if I could get them in there and they not wash. But the trench is dug and it's been fertilized. You can see I've sprinkled triple 15. Probably, I don't know, 2 cups, 3, couple, yeah, probably 2 cups. There's pelletized lime in there. There's Epsom salt in there. And I put some extra phosphorus. I had to think for a minute. It's triple phosphate, 45% phosphorus. That's my base. I'm gonna, as I plant the tomatoes, I'll put just a little bit of dirt between the roots and my mix here, and I'm gonna lean the tomatoes over. I'm not gonna plant them straight up and down. These are not long enough to plant horizontally, so I'm going to plant these more of probably a 45. That way the roots has a choice to run the trench that I've dug. And the trench also not only gives them a softer place to run, it also gives a place to hold water. Plus there's nutrients all the way down it. I sprinkled it from one end to the other, even though the tomato plants will be roughly 16 inches apart. There's fertilizer between each one. I think it makes a difference in how they grow. Now you'll see a hump here. I can get the sun off of me. I planted a volunteer plant there. I found it growing somewhere else and it looked like a good healthy plant, so when I made this row I just planted it there. I know I've showed it on the video, but some people might not have seen it. And it's made me a couple of tomatoes. It's still growing, it's still green down low. But there's a lot of shade here when we plant the fall ones. It gets them out of the sun. But let me get the tomatoes in the ditch and get them covered up and I'll bring you back. Well, the sun's going down on this side of the project. I got 17 tomato plants put in. You can see they're sitting on about a 45-degree angle. I think it's important to the root system. They are not sitting right on top of that fertilizer, but there's a little bit of dirt between them. That way they don't get burned instantly, but if it rains like it's supposed to, the ground's gonna get saturated. They'll feed from it. Nice sized tomato for a volunteer. That was probably a Jet Star, Jet Setter. It's a round, smooth tomato. Small stem in the middle. Anyway, 17 of them planted. Pretty good distance apart. I didn't measure it. 16, 18 inches. That's about what I wanted in here. Now I've got 9 left. I'll have to find a hole somewhere they live and plant them. I usually don't let plants go to waste. But this is what I'm doing to get tomatoes in the fall. If it works out like it has in the past, I'll have tomatoes, well, I'll have the tomatoes growing out here till the frost, but I'll pull all the green ones before the big frost. And I had tomatoes all the way to Christmas last year. I like that. But leave me a comment. Hit the like button for me. Ask questions if you want to. Tell me what you think. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. God bless.